Welcome, beautiful soul. If you're over 50 and feeling like love is slipping through your fingers, you're not alone. Ghosting, heartbreak, and the emotional scars of the past can make dating feel like an uphill battle, especially when you've already experienced the highs and lows of relationships. But let me tell you this, it's never too late to find true love. In fact, your best days in love could be ahead of you. This isn't just another video telling you that love will come when you least expect it. No, this is about reclaiming your love life, your confidence, and your worth. It's about you taking the reins and realizing that your life, your story, and your desires matter, no matter what stage you're at. The world is full of possibilities, and the right partner is waiting for you, but you need to be ready to embrace it. Have you ever been left hanging, feeling unsure or rejected? If ghosting has become your reality, it's time to stop letting it define you. In this video, I'm proven motivational strategies will show you how to handle ghosting gracefully, how to heal from emotional wounds, and how to bounce back stronger than ever. Now, I'm not promising you'll find the one in the next 5 minutes, but I am promising you this. The journey you're about to embark on will give you clarity, confidence, and the tools you need to navigate the dating world with strength and grace. This video is the first step in the journey of rediscovering love, and it starts with you. So, are you ready to take the leap? Let's dive into this transformative journey together. Your love story isn't over, it's just beginning. Ghosting can feel like an emotional gut punch, especially when it comes out of nowhere. One moment you're texting, laughing, making plans, and the next, all communication stops. No explanation, no closure, just silence. If you've experienced ghosting, you're probably left with so many questions, wondering if you did something wrong or if you missed a sign. It can be painful, leaving you questioning your self-worth, but it's important to remember, ghosting says more about the other person than it does about you. At its core, ghosting is a form of emotional avoidance. The person who ghosts you is typically afraid of confrontation or doesn't have the maturity to communicate their feelings honestly. Instead of telling you they're not interested or they're facing their own personal struggles, they choose the cowardly way out, disappearing without a trace. The pain you feel is real, but it's not about you being unworthy of love. It's about someone else being unable to handle the vulnerability and responsibility of communicating honestly. So why does ghosting happen in the first place? One reason could be a lack of emotional maturity. People who ghost may not have developed the communication skills necessary to deal with discomfort or difficult conversations. When things start to get real, when the connection starts to deepen, or the relationship starts to move into a more vulnerable space, they may retreat. The fear of facing those emotions leads them to withdraw entirely. Another reason could be emotional baggage from past experiences. Some people, especially those who have been hurt in previous relationships, have a fear of intimacy or commitment. As soon as they start to feel close to someone, they may retreat to protect themselves from the possibility of getting hurt again. This kind of self-protection mechanism can cause them to ghost, thinking that disappearing is easier than facing the risk of rejection or emotional pain. But what about those who ghost because they simply aren't ready for a relationship? If someone isn't emotionally available or isn't looking for something serious, they may choose to ghost instead of being honest about their intentions. They avoid conflict, and in doing so, they hurt the other person. This behavior often stems from a lack of maturity and self-awareness. It's important to realize that ghosting is not a reflection of who you are. It doesn't mean that you are not lovable or that you somehow failed. Ghosting is a choice made by someone who lacks the emotional strength or maturity to communicate clearly. It's an unfortunate reality of modern dating, and while it can be painful, it's important not to internalize it. So how should you handle ghosting? First and foremost, don't take it personally. Understand that ghosting is a reflection of the other person's inability to handle the situation, not a reflection of your worth. Remind yourself that ghosting is an act of avoidance, and that person's inability to communicate properly is their issue, not yours. Next, take the time to heal. It's normal to feel hurt or confused, but it's essential not to dwell on it. Don't waste your energy wondering what went wrong or how you could have done things differently. Instead, focus on your emotional well-being. Take care of yourself by engaging in activities that bring you joy, spending time with loved ones, and practicing self-care. It's okay to mourn the loss of the connection, But don't let it define you. After some time, you may feel ready to move forward. When you do, remember this: ghosting is not a reflection of your value or your future opportunities for love. It's just a painful yet necessary part of the dating world. And while it's unfortunate, it's a learning experience that will help you grow stronger and more resilient in your dating journey. Learn to trust in your worth. Trust in the process and understand that ghosting says far more about the person who disappears than it does about you. Lastly, don't be afraid to set boundaries with yourself and others. If someone ghosts you, don't chase after them. Don't beg for answers or try to force them to come back. Instead, walk away with your head held high. Trust that there are better connections out there. And with time, you'll find someone who values you enough to communicate openly and honestly. The pain of ghosting will eventually fade, and you'll be left with valuable lessons about what you truly deserve in love. Shifting your mindset and letting go of the past is one of the most transformative actions you can take in your dating journey. For many women, especially those over 50, past experiences, disappointments, and heartbreaks can cast a long shadow over the present. It can be easy to carry the weight of old baggage, whether it's from a previous relationship, a betrayal, or even self-doubt, and let it affect how you view love and dating. But in order to open yourself up to new healthy relationships, it's crucial to release those emotional chains and shift your mindset. The first step in this process is recognizing that holding on to the past is a choice. It's natural to feel hurt or betrayed after going through a difficult relationship, especially one that didn't end the way you hoped. However, clinging to those negative emotions, fears, or regrets only keeps you stuck in the past. Every time you replay those painful memories in your mind, you're reliving the hurt, which makes it harder to heal and move forward. You can't change what happened, but you can change how you let it influence your present and future. One of the key steps in letting go is forgiving yourself. This might sound like a small step, but it's a powerful one. Many women find it difficult to forgive themselves for staying in a relationship that wasn't right for them, for overlooking red flags, or for not speaking up for their needs. But holding on to self-blame is not going to help you heal. It only prolongs the pain. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing the other person's behavior or pretending the hurt didn't happen. It means releasing yourself from the emotional weight of it. When you forgive yourself, you allow yourself to heal and create space for new, more positive experiences to enter your life. Letting go also means shedding any negative beliefs you may have developed about love. If you've been hurt in the past, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that love is a source of pain, or that true love is something that only happens to other people. These limiting beliefs can create a barrier between you and the love you deserve. When you hold on to these negative beliefs, you unknowingly attract relationships that mirror your fears or reinforce your doubts. It's essential to break free from these thoughts by recognizing them and replacing them with more empowering ones. Instead of thinking, "I'll never find love again," try adopting the belief, "I am deserving of love and I am open to new possibilities." This simple shift in mindset can change everything. Another important part of shifting your mindset is learning to trust again. Trust is essential in any relationship, but after being hurt, it's not always easy to give your heart to someone else. You may feel like you're protecting yourself by building walls, but in reality, those walls keep out the very love you're hoping to find. Trust takes time, but it starts with trusting yourself. Trust that you can handle whatever comes your way. Trust that you are worthy of love, and trust that you will know when to set healthy boundaries. By trusting yourself, you open up to the possibility of trusting others. Letting go of the past also means accepting that not every relationship is meant to last forever, and that's okay. Life is a series of lessons, and every relationship, no matter how it ends, teaches you something valuable. Instead of seeing a past relationship as a failure, reframe it as a part of your journey. Each experience contributes to the person you are today. By accepting that relationships come and go, and that love is not something to be lost, but rather experienced, you free yourself from the burden of regret. As you work on letting go, it's important to fill the space that has been left behind with love for yourself. Self-love and self-care are vital components of healing and shifting your mindset. Engage in activities that nurture your soul, whether it's taking up a hobby, spending time with friends and family, or simply resting and recharging. The more you invest in your own well-being, the more you will feel complete and ready to share your life with someone else when the time is right. Finally, embracing the mindset of growth is essential. You are not defined by your past relationships, nor are you limited by them. Every day is a new opportunity to learn, grow, and evolve. As you let go of the past, you create space for new experiences, new connections, and new love. Trust the process and trust yourself. You have everything it takes to create the love life you deserve, and by shifting your mindset, you begin to pave the way for it. Letting go of the past isn't easy, but it is incredibly freeing. As you release the old baggage, you step into a new chapter of your life, one where you're open, empowered, and ready to embrace all the love and joy the future holds. Building confidence after 50 is one of the most powerful transformations you can make in your life, especially when it comes to dating and love. For many women, stepping into a new chapter of life can be intimidating, especially after experiencing challenges or setbacks in previous relationships. But here's the truth. It's never too late to reclaim your confidence and your worth. In fact, your 50s and beyond are an incredible time to embrace who you truly are, make the most of your experiences, and begin to see yourself as the strong, beautiful, and worthy woman you have always been. The first step to building confidence after 50 is recognizing and appreciating the life you've lived so far. By this time, you've likely experienced a multitude of challenges, triumphs, and lessons that have shaped you into the person you are today. You've built resilience, wisdom, and emotional depth that younger generations often don't have the benefit of yet. Your past does not define you, but it has prepared you to navigate the world with a greater understanding of what truly matters. Instead of focusing on what you've lost, focus on what you've gained. The confidence you're seeking comes from acknowledging the strength within you that's been built through life's trials. Self-acceptance plays a crucial role in building confidence. Too often, women over 50 find themselves battling societal expectations and outdated standards of beauty. But beauty is not defined by age or appearance. It's defined by the energy you radiate, the way you carry yourself, and the confidence you exude. Let go of the comparisons to younger versions of yourself, and instead embrace the incredible woman you are now. Every laugh line, every silver strand of hair, and every experience you've had has contributed to making you the remarkable person you are today. Accept yourself fully, and that acceptance will begin to show in the way you interact with the world and others. Part of building confidence after 50 is also about setting boundaries and taking ownership of your needs and desires. In past relationships, you may have compromised yourself or sacrificed your happiness for the sake of others. Now is the time to reclaim your voice and your power. In dating, don't settle for anything less than what you deserve. Know your worth, and don't be afraid to stand firm in your boundaries, whether it's with new relationships or within friendships. When you set boundaries, you communicate to the world that you respect yourself and expect others to do the same. This will immediately raise your confidence and self-esteem. Another essential aspect of confidence building is staying active, physically, emotionally, and mentally. When you prioritize your physical health, you not only improve your overall well-being, but you also boost your self-confidence. Exercise helps you feel stronger, more energized, and more comfortable in your own body. Whether it's taking walks, doing yoga, or dancing, physical activity is not just about looking good. It's about feeling good. As your body grows stronger, so does your sense of self-worth. Mentally and emotionally, it's important to challenge any negative self-talk that may hold you back. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that your best years are behind you or that you've missed your chance at love or happiness. But those thoughts are rooted in fear, not truth. You have as much potential for joy, success, and love in your 50s as you did in your 20s or 30s. It's all about shifting your perspective. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, consciously redirect your thoughts to something more positive. Remind yourself of all the incredible things you've accomplished and how much more you are capable of achieving. Reframe challenges as opportunities for growth, and with each small victory, you'll start to feel more confident in your abilities. Another way to build confidence is to step out of your comfort zone. Try new things that challenge you and help you grow, whether it's traveling to a new destination, learning a new skill, or even trying out new ways of dating. Stepping into the unknown can be incredibly empowering. When you push yourself beyond what's familiar, you prove to yourself that you are capable of anything. This mindset shift can have a profound effect on how you view yourself and your place in the world. Lastly, remember that confidence is a journey, not a destination. Building lasting confidence takes time and patience. It's about continuously learning, growing, and evolving into the best version of yourself. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and remind you of your worth. Take time each day to celebrate your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Confidence doesn't come from external validation, it comes from within. When you start believing in your own value, the world will begin to reflect that belief back to you. In your 50s, you are not starting over, you're starting a new exciting chapter of your life. Your confidence is built upon everything you've experienced, and with every step forward, you will discover new levels of strength, wisdom, and joy. It's your time to shine, so let go of any lingering doubts, embrace your unique beauty, and step into the world with the confidence that you are worthy of love, happiness, and all the great things life has to offer. Setting boundaries is one of the most important and empowering aspects of dating, especially after 50. Many women, particularly those who've been through difficult relationships or experienced heartbreak, can feel vulnerable in new romantic situations. The desire for connection can sometimes make it easy to ignore the warning signs and allow certain behaviors or actions to slide. But learning to set clear, healthy boundaries is essential in protecting your heart and ensuring that you're in a relationship that respects your needs, values, and emotional well-being. Boundaries are not walls that keep others out. They are lines that define what is acceptable and what is not, allowing you to protect your heart while still remaining open to love. One of the first steps in setting boundaries is understanding that you have the right to protect your emotional health. In past relationships, you may have been afraid to speak up for fear of rocking the boat or upsetting the other person. But the truth is, you are worthy of respect, love, and care, and part of that comes from communicating your needs clearly. Boundaries help create a space where both partners feel safe and respected, and without them, relationships can become imbalanced and unhealthy. Setting boundaries shows that you value yourself enough to protect your emotional well-being. It's important to remember that boundaries aren't just about saying no to things that make you uncomfortable. They're also about knowing what you need in order to feel loved, respected, and secure. For example, you may need time for yourself, clear communication, or reassurance. You may require that your partner be honest and open about their intentions or feelings. Understanding your own emotional needs is the first step in setting boundaries that help you feel safe and valued in a relationship. One of the most powerful ways to protect your heart is to set emotional boundaries. This means being mindful of how much of your heart you give to someone, especially early on. While it's tempting to dive headfirst into a new relationship, especially if you're excited or feel a strong connection, emotional boundaries help prevent you from becoming too vulnerable too quickly. It's important to allow the relationship to develop at a healthy pace, ensuring that both people are invested and that you're not putting all of your emotional energy into someone who may not feel the same way. Protecting your heart means being cautious and giving yourself time to evaluate whether the relationship is truly aligned with your values and desires. Another crucial aspect of setting boundaries in dating is protecting your time. Your time is one of the most valuable resources you have, and it's important to spend it with people who respect you and your priorities. When you set clear boundaries around how much time you are willing to invest in a relationship, you prevent yourself from getting caught up in situations where you may feel rushed, pressured, or taken for granted. For example, if you're dating someone who only wants to see you on their terms or doesn't make an effort to plan dates, it's essential to communicate that you value your time and want someone who respects that. Setting boundaries around your time helps ensure that you are investing in relationships that are healthy, fulfilling, and reciprocal. Physical boundaries are another key area that needs to be respected. In dating, it's important to communicate your level of comfort when it comes to physical intimacy. Everyone has their own pace, and it's okay to take things slow, especially if you're healing from past experiences. Setting physical boundaries is about honoring your own needs and feelings, and it's essential to ensure that any intimacy or physical affection is mutually desired and comfortable for both parties. It's also crucial to listen to your intuition. If something doesn't feel right or you feel pressured, it's okay to walk away or set a firm boundary. Setting boundaries isn't always easy, and it may require you to have difficult conversations. You may fear that your boundaries will push someone away or cause them to lose interest, but the reality is that someone who respects you will respect your boundaries. If someone doesn't respect your boundaries, that's a red flag. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, communication, and understanding. If someone isn't willing to honor your boundaries, it's a clear sign that they may not be the right person for you. When you set and enforce boundaries, you create a sense of clarity and self-respect that will attract the right kind of partner. Instead of settling for relationships that don't meet your needs, you become empowered to walk away from situations that don't align with your values. Boundaries also prevent emotional burnout and allow you to maintain your sense of self within a relationship. They help you stay true to who you are, ensuring that you're not compromising your values, self-worth, or emotional well-being for the sake of someone else's approval or affection. Remember that setting boundaries is not about being rigid or unapproachable. It's about protecting yourself, ensuring your needs are met, and creating space for healthy, loving connections. When you communicate your boundaries clearly and confidently, you not only protect your heart, but you also show yourself the love and respect you deserve. Embrace this practice as a way of honoring yourself and ensuring that you are only in relationships that are aligned with your true self. It's your right to set boundaries, and in doing so, you open the door to deeper, more fulfilling connections that bring you joy, respect, and love. Recognizing healthy relationships is crucial for anyone seeking a fulfilling and loving partnership, especially later in life. After experiencing different types of relationships, both good and bad, it becomes essential to identify what truly makes a relationship healthy and nurturing. A healthy relationship is not just about romance or chemistry. It's about mutual respect, understanding, trust, and growth. These elements create a foundation where both partners can thrive individually while building a shared life together. One of the key markers of a healthy relationship is mutual respect. This means that both partners value each other's opinions, needs, and boundaries. They treat each other with kindness and consider each other's feelings, always striving to be supportive and compassionate. In a healthy relationship, respect is not just something that's shown in the big moments, but in the everyday interactions, whether it's listening attentively when your partner speaks, honoring their personal space, or supporting their dreams and goals. When both partners respect each other, they create an environment where each person feels valued and heard. Trust is another cornerstone of a healthy relationship. Trust is the foundation that allows both people to feel safe and secure. In a healthy relationship, both partners are transparent, honest, and reliable. There is no room for manipulation, dishonesty, or hidden agendas. Trust is not something that can be built overnight, but it is cultivated over time through consistent actions, integrity, and communication. When trust exists in a relationship, both partners feel comfortable being vulnerable with one another and sharing their thoughts, feelings, and fears without fear of judgment or betrayal. Another sign of a healthy relationship is effective communication. Communication is key to any successful partnership, and in healthy relationships, both partners feel comfortable expressing themselves honestly and openly. This means being able to talk about difficult subjects, share desires, and work through conflicts in a constructive and respectful way. Healthy communication involves both speaking and listening. It's not just about airing grievances, but also about actively listening and seeking to understand each other's perspective. When communication flows freely and both partners feel heard, it creates a stronger bond and reduces the likelihood of misunderstandings or resentment. Support for personal growth is also an indicator of a healthy relationship. In a strong partnership, both partners encourage each other to grow and pursue their individual passions, whether that's advancing in their careers, taking up new hobbies, or working on personal development. Rather than feeling threatened by each other's success or growth, they celebrate it. This mutual support helps both individuals feel fulfilled in their own lives, which ultimately strengthens the relationship. In healthy relationships, both partners feel empowered to be their authentic selves and are not expected to mold into a version of someone else. Healthy relationships also involve a balance of give and take. Both partners should contribute to the relationship, not only emotionally, but also in practical ways. Whether it's helping with household chores, planning dates, or providing emotional support, both individuals should feel that they are equally invested. It's essential that neither person feels like they are doing all the giving, while the other is taking. A healthy relationship is about partnership and teamwork, where both people contribute to maintaining and growing the bond. Respecting each other's independence is another essential component. In healthy relationships, both partners understand the importance of maintaining their individuality and autonomy. While it's great to share a life together, it's equally important to have personal time and space. This means supporting each other's need for hobbies, friends, and solitude. When partners respect each other's independence, it leads to greater self-fulfillment, which in turn strengthens the relationship. Being able to pursue your own interests without guilt or resentment is a sign of a healthy, balanced relationship. Conflict resolution is another crucial aspect of healthy relationships. In every relationship, disagreements are bound to arise, but what matters is how those disagreements are handled. In a healthy relationship, conflicts are resolved in a calm, respectful manner. Rather than resorting to shouting or passive-aggressive behavior, both partners approach conflict with a solution-oriented mindset. They understand that disagreements are part of any relationship and don't define the overall dynamic. Instead, they use challenges as opportunities to learn about each other and grow together. Finally, love and affection are central to healthy relationships. It's important to express love not just through words, but through actions, touch, and meaningful gestures. This might be as simple as a hug, a kind word, or sharing a quiet moment together. In a healthy relationship, both partners feel loved and cherished, and the affection they give to each other strengthens their connection. Recognizing healthy relationships requires paying attention to how both partners treat each other in everyday situations, not just during the good times. When a relationship is built on respect, trust, communication, support, and love, it creates an environment where both people feel safe, valued, and fulfilled. These relationships nurture emotional well-being, create lasting bonds, and provide the foundation for a life full of love, growth, and happiness. Understanding these qualities can help you identify the right relationship and cultivate one that supports you and your partner in the most meaningful ways. Embracing new opportunities and exploring where to meet potential partners can be an exciting yet daunting experience, especially when you're over 50. The dating world may seem different than it did years ago, but it is full of possibilities for meaningful connections and fulfilling relationships. So whether you're just stepping back into the dating scene or looking for new ways to meet like-minded individuals, the key is to remain open to fresh experiences and embrace the many opportunities around you. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, and the best places to meet potential partners will vary depending on your lifestyle, interests, and preferences. One of the most organic and natural ways to meet potential partners is through your existing social circles. As we age, our social networks may naturally shrink, but this can be a perfect opportunity to reconnect with friends and acquaintances you've lost touch with over the years. Re-engage with old friends, colleagues, and neighbors, as you never know who might be in the same stage of life or looking for a similar connection. Attend gatherings, parties, or reunions where you can enjoy time with people you already know while meeting new individuals. Your friends might know someone who's a perfect match, and a referral from a trusted connection can be a great icebreaker. Joining clubs or organizations based on your hobbies and interests is another excellent way to meet new people in a relaxed and enjoyable setting. Many communities offer groups for book lovers, gardening enthusiasts, fitness fanatics, or even wine tasting clubs. Whether it's taking up a new hobby like painting or joining a walking club, participating in group activities helps you meet people who share similar passions and values. These shared interests provide an easy starting point for conversations, helping build connections naturally. The focus isn't solely on dating, but on enjoying activities you love, which often leads to forming strong, lasting connections. Volunteering is another rewarding way to meet potential partners. Engaging in causes you care about not only allows you to contribute positively to your community, but also puts you in touch with others who share your values. Volunteering provides an opportunity to meet compassionate, kind-hearted individuals who have a sense of purpose and are open to new experiences. Whether it's helping at a food bank, participating in environmental cleanups, or volunteering at local events, these activities create opportunities for meaningful interactions. Since volunteering requires collaboration and teamwork, it naturally fosters camaraderie and provides a fertile ground for relationships to blossom. If you're open to meeting new people in a more traditional setting, attending local events or social meetups can provide an exciting way to interact with potential partners. Many cities and towns offer community events such as outdoor concerts, farmers markets, art shows, or local fairs. These events attract a diverse group of people and offer the chance to meet others in a low-pressure, casual environment. Additionally, you can join organized meetups or online event platforms that cater to specific interests, such as wine tastings, hiking groups, or travel clubs. These meetups are designed for people looking to meet others with similar interests, making it easier to form genuine connections. Online dating has also evolved and offers a viable option for those looking to meet potential partners. While it may feel intimidating or unfamiliar, online dating platforms specifically designed for older adults, such as Match.com, Silver Singles, or Our-Time, provide tailored experiences to connect individuals over 50. These platforms allow you to create a profile based on your preferences, interests, and values, and connect with like-minded individuals in your area or even worldwide. The beauty of online dating is that it allows you to explore potential partners at your own pace, making it easier to filter through profiles and identify people who align with your relationship goals. Social media, too, has become a powerful tool for meeting new people. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn can help you reconnect with old friends, acquaintances, or colleagues, as well as make new connections based on shared interests. Many Facebook groups cater to a wide range of activities, from travel to fitness to personal development, providing a perfect opportunity to engage with people who share your passions. LinkedIn, on the other hand, can help you network professionally, which sometimes leads to personal connections. By engaging with content that interests you, commenting on posts, and participating in online conversations, you can naturally form bonds with others, which can transition into more meaningful relationships. Traveling, whether solo or with a group, can open doors to meeting new people in a relaxed and exciting environment. Whether you're on a guided group tour, exploring new cities, or attending destination events, traveling exposes you to individuals from various walks of life. Travel is a wonderful way to meet people with a sense of adventure and curiosity, making it easier to bond over shared experiences. Travel groups and singles tours are especially designed to help people connect with others who are interested in exploring the world, making it an ideal opportunity for meeting potential partners. While it's easy to focus on external opportunities, it's also essential to turn inward and reflect on what you want from a relationship. As we age, we become more in tune with what we truly desire in a partner. Understanding your own needs and values is key to finding the right connection. Take the time to invest in self-discovery, whether through personal development, therapy, or reflection. Being clear on what you want in a relationship will help you better identify those who align with your desires. Ultimately, whether through social circles, shared hobbies, volunteering, online dating, or travel, embracing new opportunities to meet potential partners is about remaining open, authentic, and proactive in your pursuit of connection and love. Staying open to love later in life requires overcoming the fear and doubt that often come with past experiences and life challenges. As we age, we may become more cautious, protective of our hearts, or skeptical about the possibility of finding love again. Past heartbreaks, disappointments, and the emotional scars left by relationships that didn't work out can create mental barriers that prevent us from embracing new opportunities. However, love is not just a fleeting experience, but an ongoing possibility, regardless of age. Overcoming fear and doubt about love is essential for opening ourselves to the possibility of connection, intimacy, and joy. One of the most significant fears that people face when considering love after 50 is the fear of vulnerability. Opening your heart again after past heartbreaks can feel risky and even uncomfortable. We might wonder if we are too old to experience love, or if it's too late to find someone who truly understands and cherishes us. These fears are natural and valid, but they can also be limiting. Vulnerability, while intimidating, is the gateway to deep, meaningful connections. Without allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, we remain guarded and cut off from the richness that comes with love and closeness. It's important to remind ourselves that vulnerability is not a weakness. Rather, it's a strength that shows emotional maturity and the courage to take emotional risks. Another barrier to love can be the doubt that we are deserving of it. Many people over 50 may feel like they missed their chance at love, or that they're not worthy of it anymore. This type of self-doubt is rooted in insecurity and fear of rejection. However, these feelings are often based on false narratives. Love doesn't have an expiration date, and everyone, regardless of age, deserves to experience companionship, affection, and connection. The first step in overcoming this doubt is to recognize our own value. Every person brings unique qualities, experiences, and perspectives to a relationship. Embracing these qualities and acknowledging your worth can help you shed the fear of not being deserving of love. By accepting and appreciating yourself, you make space for others to do the same. One key to staying open to love is letting go of the fear of repeating past mistakes. If you've had negative experiences in relationships, whether it was a painful divorce, a toxic relationship, or a betrayal, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that history will repeat itself. However, not every relationship will follow the same pattern, and every new connection is an opportunity for growth and healing. It's crucial to let go of the belief that past failures define future possibilities. Each person and each relationship is unique. By being open to new experiences and maintaining a fresh perspective, you create the space for new, healthier relationships to flourish. Trusting the process and being patient with yourself are essential parts of this journey. Another significant fear that can hold us back from embracing love is the fear of change. As we age, we become comfortable in our routines, habits, and independent lives. The thought of adding someone new to the equation can feel unsettling. However, love does not mean losing your independence or sacrificing your happiness. Rather, it's about finding someone who complements your life and adds joy, support, and meaning to it. Staying open to love means being willing to make space for someone new and allowing them to become a part of your world without fear of losing yourself in the process. A healthy relationship should encourage growth both as individuals and as a couple. Additionally, fear of judgment can create a significant barrier to love. Many people, especially those over 50, worry about what others might think if they start dating or enter a new relationship. Concerns about being judged for seeking love later in life or feeling embarrassed about being vulnerable can create unnecessary stress. The truth is that no one should feel ashamed for desiring connection or love at any age. Everyone deserves happiness, companionship, and intimacy. Letting go of the fear of judgment from others is freeing. It allows you to live authentically and pursue relationships that bring you joy and fulfillment, regardless of societal expectation. Fear of disappointment is also a common concern. After experiencing heartbreak or unfulfilled relationships, we may hesitate to invest emotionally in another person. The fear of getting hurt again can make us hold back from opening ourselves to new possibilities. However, if we allow fear to control our actions, we miss out on the potential for genuine connections. Every relationship, whether it lasts or not, is an opportunity for growth and learning. But rather than focusing on the fear of disappointment, we can choose to focus on the value that each connection brings, whether it's a lesson, a brief moment of joy, or a long-lasting bond. Embracing this mindset allows us to approach relationships with a sense of openness and curiosity rather than anxiety and hesitation. Lastly, one of the most powerful ways to stay open to love is by shifting our mindset from scarcity to abundance. Often, as we age, we might feel like the pool of potential partners is smaller or that time is running out. This feeling of scarcity can create stress and pressure, which can make us settle for relationships that aren't right or hold on to unrealistic expectations. Instead, if we adopt an abundance mindset, we believe that there are endless possibilities for love and connection. There is no shortage of people who can offer love, kindness, and companionship. By focusing on the opportunities rather than the limitations, we open ourselves to new experiences and the possibility of finding someone who truly aligns with our values and desires. Overcoming fear and doubt is not an overnight process, but it is an essential step toward embracing love at any stage of life. By being vulnerable, letting go of past mistakes, shifting our mindset, and recognizing our worth, we can open our hearts to the possibility of new relationships and experiences. Love is not bound by age, and staying open to it allows us to create deeper, more fulfilling connections that bring joy, support, and companionship into our lives. As we approach the final thoughts on this journey of navigating love later in life, it's important to remember that love truly is just around the corner. No matter where you are in your life or what experiences you've had, the potential for a fulfilling, meaningful relationship is always within reach. Love does not have an expiration date, and it doesn't belong to any particular age group. It's a universal desire that transcends time, circumstances, and challenge. The path to finding love in your 50s and beyond can be a rewarding one filled with self-discovery, growth, and renewed hope. It's easy to get discouraged by past experiences or the fear of vulnerability, but it's important to remember that each chapter in our lives offers new opportunities for connection. We are often at our most authentic and comfortable selves as we get older, and this sense of self-assurance is a magnet for others who are looking for a genuine, loving connection. The key to love at any age is to stay open to new possibilities. Embrace the journey with confidence, knowing that every step brings you closer to a meaningful connection. Trust that the experiences you've lived through, whether joyful or painful, have shaped you into a person who understands what you want, need, and deserve in a relationship. This self-awareness gives you the strength to pursue relationships that align with your values and desires, rather than settling for anything less. While the road to love might not always be straightforward, it's important to trust in the process and be patient with yourself. Stay engaged with the world around you, whether through social activities, hobbies, online dating, or simply putting yourself in situations where you can meet like-minded individuals. Take your time, enjoy the journey, and let go of any preconceived notions about what love should look like. Sometimes love comes when we least expect it, often when we are simply living our lives and embracing new experiences. Ultimately, love is not something that comes with a timeline or a deadline. It's something that can bloom at any moment. Whether it's with someone you meet tomorrow or someone you already know, love has a way of finding us when we are ready to receive it. Keep your heart open, trust in the timing of your life, and remember that love, in all its beautiful forms, is just around the corner.